Tonight, we take a look at the Boye infrastructure development, and I will be speaking with Engineer Stanley Bam, is the Commissioner for Works in Boye State. Welcome to the program, everyone. Stay with us. I'll be right back. Thank you very much for staying with us. Just before the 2023 governorship election, Governor Francis Ogbonna Nwifuru, as the candidate of the APC, was on the program with me, reeling out his plans for the people of Ebonyi State. Having been Speaker of the State Assembly for about 7 years, he sounded prepared for the task. So tonight, let's see how far he's gone with actualizing some of these promises, especially in the area of infrastructure. Tonight, let's speak with the Commissioner for Works, Engineer Stanley Bam. He joins me virtually from Ebonyi State. Good evening to you, Honorable Commissioner. Thank you very much for joining us on Politics Tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, so let's start tonight's conversation with Governor Nwifuru's commitments to improving the state's infrastructure and enhancing the quality of life for its residents. Are there any legacy projects on ground in commemoration of the governor's first year in office? Or are there ongoing notable constructions going on in the states? I mean, as someone who has been to Ebonyi State while Governor Mai was in office, if I'm to land in Ebonyi State today, in what ways has the governor changed the landscape of Abakaliki, for instance?
Thank you.
Honorable Commissioner, did you get my question?
Yes, thank you.
So please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me in your studio tonight. My name is Engineer Stanley Bam, the Honorable Commissioner for Works in Ebonyi State. The governor came prepared because having been in the past administration as the Speaker for 8 years, and having been involved in all the infrastructure development in our dear states, we had our People Charter of Needs mandate as a consideration. And in terms of infrastructure, the line 1917 stated in the People Charter of Needs, it stated that it's going to consolidate, maintain the already existing structures, and expand the rural roads. And that is what it's doing. If you come to Ebonyi State today, you're demonstrating with the already existing structure. Maintenance of this structure have been going on, a new one will be springing forth, and this is the consideration mandate in which he came on board. I want to say once again to thank him for giving me a privilege with a chance to serve, but also having been part of the last administration where I served as assistant to governor of projects. I was equally involved in some of the projects that have been executed. And when we came on board, the People Charter of Needs, Right Honorable Builder Francis Ogbonna Nwifuru, construction is in a daily basis. We continue to unveil, we continue to expand the city. Some of the capital city road, internal road, have gone bad. The lack of low streets, the MO4, so many of them have gone in a dilapidated state. We spring into action, and this road we are talking today has been done and completed, asphalted as well. We use pavement and also coated it with asphalt. This is to give comfort and durability to the road users. We also want forth in upgrading the capital city. We back on the construction of the flyover with underpass tunnel, our popular Vanco Junction. And these are the infrastructure that we are using to both also to expand the concentrate with the already existing infrastructure that have been built in the last administration. When you come to this Vanco, you will see the infrastructure have not been done in the southeast before. Design is something else to talk about, and is one of the signature of the governor. And we also went further in expanding the capital city. Some of the areas that have not done the road construction before, like of a by 50 layouts where people dwell, the residents, they have no road access, but today that road have been done and completed. These are consideration to the already established infrastructure in the state. When you move down to our rural areas, and the like of Omaga Road, it to be about 24 kilometers. This road have gone so bad. But today, the road is at the verge of completion. We have done almost about 20 kilometers. And I believe by January, the remaining job will be completed.
All right.
We'll move. Yeah.
All right. Honorable Commissioner, I want us to talk specifics tonight because we have just 30 minutes. And let's talk about the reconstruction, rehabilitation of the Abakaliki Ring Road project, which looks like the most important development plan of Ebonyi State. I'm aware of Governor David Umahi-led administration having secured over $150 million loan from the Africa Development Bank and the Islamic Development Bank and their partners to construct the remaining 179 kilometers of the Ring Road, and thankfully you served in that administration. So now that you're the Commissioner for Works, how far has this administration gone in completing the entire project?
The administration have continued to supervise the contractors that have been awarded this job. And some of these ring roads have been completed. In the last 1 year celebration of our dear Governor, Right Honorable Francis Ogbonna, commissioned the session of Oneke connecting to Ikwo houses. And what is remaining now was the area that was a crisis of Israel. That's the area that was remaining, but the governor has switched into action and they have done it, and the contractor have moved to the site. And the construction is ongoing. The remaining part of the REAP project now, between August, I'm sure everything about the REAP road will be completed.
Talking about delay. All right, so talking about delay, has this government addressed the plight of the people of Mbeke, Isheke Autonomous Community? You know, the leaders of this community have not stopped expressing dismay over the abandonment of the Ring Road project that passed through their own community. They say other parts of the Ring Road project has entered into the next stage, while theirs was yet to begin, and this has caused great hardship for them. What exactly is happening?
Mbeke Isheke is also part of the one that linked with the one I just spoke now, that had issue of a community crisis. But the governor have addressed the issue. The contractor have moved back to the site. So within a period of time, they will complete the session. They will have their comfort again.
All right, so what's the time frame? So the people of this community would be expectant of what is to come.
Yeah, I know this community from now to August, September next year, I think the road will be fully completed.
All right. So what about the projects like Ezilo, Ezagu Road projects, the Waterworks Hilltop Warfare Road? What's happening with them?
The Ezilo Road is about 23 kilometers, and currently now the earthwork is at 99% completion. The rigid pavement have gone to 4 kilometers, and this is 6 inches concrete pavement. The Waterworks Road have been fully completed with a hydraulic structure, drainage, and culvert. And Abakaliki Road is ongoing. We have done up to 7 kilometers of the road that spur from Ufrekwe to Ijogo. And that of Obudechi is about 5% completion right away now.
All right, that's great to know. Let me ask you about Afikpo Local Government Council, which serves as the political headquarters of the 5 local governments that make up the Ebonyi South Senatorial Zone. The report we get is that the former chairman of that local government did not live up to expectation. And as a result of that, there is minimal infrastructure development in that local government. Many buildings are dilapidated, and basic amenities such as boreholes and electricity are lacking. This local government, I'm sure you know, hosts about 48 government primary schools and 63 government secondary schools, many of which lack infrastructure. Talk about teachers and basic educational materials. And there are approximately 4 mining companies in that local government, posing serious health hazards to the indigenous communities. 2 abandoned stop station projects, Honorable Commissioner, around Government College and Abakaliki Ring Road. Are these reports familiar to you?
Yeah, they are familiar to me, and that of electricity has been sorted out. This is one of the things that the governor, that Honorable Peter Francis, switched into action to restore light to Equitable local government, especially Equitable North. And the road have been awarded, and the contractor is on the site now as I speak with you. And not only that, in terms of the school, the governor is building about 21 classroom schools in various of our local governments. And currently, as I speak, those projects are the verge of completion. So most of the projects that have been abandoned, based on some issues, have been reactivated back. And the work is going on as I speak to you. Including the one of Umbuzeda. Umbuzeda, which is about 10 kilometers. The contractor is on site as I speak to you, and the work is ongoing there. Another very new project that is going on within the locality you just mentioned now. Thank you.
So I know there is a new chairman in that local government. So what kinds of conversations are you having with him so that he does not repeat the mistakes of his predecessor?
Yeah, we keep in touch. And this is also an engineer, and was also our deputy chief of staff. And currently now, I have taken charge in terms of building some of the rural roads, while some of the road that the state is working on is ongoing, while the chairman is working on grading of the road, especially now, opening the rural roads as well to help the farmers to be able to access their farmland. Because, we cannot do all the construction at the same time. That's why we have the local government. They do their own part while the state do their own part. But now we have communication all the time to make sure that there's a progress, and there is also no repetition of the last mistake that happened. And moreover, we don't call that a mistake, or we don't call it a nonchalant attitude of the former local government chairman. There's some things that human beings beyond his comprehension. Thank you.
But how does the governor, with all of these ongoing projects in the state, how does the governor intend to attract investors to the state through this ongoing infrastructure development? What ripple effect do they have on the economy of the state?
Ebonyi State is known as the farm production state. And with the expansion of our rural roads, it will boost our agriculture, which will boost our economy. And making a road access to the markets, it will help our farmers to bring their goods. It will also attract other nearby states to come and do their trading. And I know this will boost our economy. The governor is also doing well to invest on the industry. The pipe production company is already working now, and the building material industry is on the process of reactivation as I speak now. And it has a vision whereby the indigenous will be trained, and when they train, and they will be empowered, and they will establish their own in that industry. So, and we have a power influence in our state, but the governor have already approved for the establishment of power in our state, which will help us to boost the industries which is already on the state and the one that we wish and that is coming up. The governor also, in the last the budget presented, also made a mention of coming up with some of the industries like the industry that also produces nails and reinforcement. So the governor have the well-being of the state in his heart. That is why he tagged his administration with people chartered of need. Thank you.
All right. Because you're here tonight, Honorable Commissioner, let me digress a bit. And this is talking about civil servants in Ebonyi State. Have they started receiving their 150,000 Naira Christmas bonus?
Yes. Even my staff showed me his alert today. And the 150,000 Naira is already ringing in their phone. And the civil servants are jubilating. That is not only the package. We have other packages, like today the widows party that went on, and the also palliative was also shared to them as well. So the 150,000 Naira Christmas bonus is already in place. And I know between that, the close of work on Wednesday, Thursday, let me say Thursday precisely, I'm sure everybody will have gotten his or her own Christmas package. Thank you.
That's good to know. Now let's move on. I mean, Ebonyi State has about 13 local government areas. But, Honorable Commissioner, there are allegations that Governor Francis Wufuru's infrastructure projects are mostly in the capital city. As a guest, I mean, some of the people living in the rural areas are also expectant of some of this infrastructure development. How do you react to this?
Yeah, that is not true. We have 2 kilometers that is going on in all the community. Not only that, there are other roads, rural road that is also going on in each of these community. I mentioned that. The governor is willing and ready to expand our rural roads. And I felt you, and the evidence is there. There is no community you will come in Ebonyi State that is not receiving road construction. No community. I didn't say local government. Community. We have the 13 local government. Inside that 13 local government, all the communities are receiving road construction.
All right.
As I speak to you now.
All right. No problems. Our reporter will help us confirm that story. Let's talk about public education infrastructure. And this is important because the governor just presented the 2025 budget, totaling 396.59 billion naira. Impressively, the proposal allocates 70.14 billion naira to education, making it the largest sector allocation. And I'm taking this up because so it does not go down as just one of those allocations that never yield the desired result. Honorable Commissioner, you must be aware of the fact that only 43% of Ebonyi State's preschool children are presently attending any form of organized school system, while about 57% are out of school. For instance, I hear that in Onitsha local government area of Ebonyi State, which is just like a few kilometers away from the boundary with Enugu State, many parents there prefer to register their children in primary schools in Nara, which is in Kano East local government area in Enugu State. And like I mentioned earlier, in the case of Afikpo local government area, 48 government primary schools and 63 government secondary schools, many of which lack infrastructure. What is this administration doing differently to address this?
I always say that in the educational sector, governor has making it as one of his priorities in the people chartered of need, because he wants to give Ebonyians sound education. For instance, now, in all the local government, as I speak to you, they are all building pilot school. And each of them have 21 classrooms, 1-story buildings. And now, this construction is ongoing. And some of them at the finishing stages. And not only that, His Excellency we have designed to build staff quarters in the primary school, secondary school in the community. The reason is because His Excellency wants the principal to be on board, to be at the school all time, so that he can be able to have access and know what the people need, the students need. And this is the reason why he budgeted big amounts to the educational sector. After building this, this is the phase one of these schools that they are building now. It will go to the second phase. And after that, we'll build the quarters for the staff, the principal. And also for the principal to have comfort zone, be able to teach and manage this school properly. He's also going to be providing mobility as official vehicles, the principal, to make this principal to on ground 247, just the way he did to the doctors.
All right, Honorable, kindly hold on. Kindly hold on while I make this announcement. At this moment, let's join the live transmission of Ogun State Christmas Carol. Politics Tonight continues on our other platforms.
Chief Yemi Sanusi, all our former heads of service, I saw them.
All right. Honorable Commissioner, let's continue this conversation. And I like that you mentioned the word priority because it seems it goes along with budget proposals. But would you agree with me that it cannot be about increased budgetary allocation? Because in 2019, 7.5 billion naira was spent on renovating and equipping all public schools in the state. In 2020 as well, 27.0 billion naira was allocated to the education sector, with 23.9 billion naira allocated in 2021. The sum of 24.4 billion naira was allocated to the Ministry of Education in the state for 2022. However, the impact on education infrastructure, especially in localities, is questionable. Every government has seemingly prioritized education, but the problem persists. What is this administration doing differently?
The difference of this administration is that the vision we have in our primary schools and in education would be implemented. I have no doubt that this administration, which anchored in People Charter of Need, from the way it has started, I wouldn't talk about the previous, I wasn't there. But as of this, I know the budget allocated in the education sector in 2025 will be fully implemented. Because the why I am convinced about this is because of the step we have already taken. We are trying to give a standard of primary and secondary to beat that standard that our sons and daughters we intend not only to move to private school. And the governor, I know, the governor of Ebonyi State, Right Honorable Brother Francis Ogbonyanwifu, who have made sure and put it in his management and make sure that all budget allocated in this education sector be implemented. I have no doubt on that.
Right.
Because I subscribe to you. I know that the first phase of this school will be completed in the second week, and it will be fully equipped with both the library, the laboratory, and the library.
All right. All right, we'll be here to hold you accountable. Now, let's talk about health before we wrap up tonight. There are reports that the mortality and morbidity for mothers and children is higher in Ebonyi State compared to other eastern states because of lack of government health centers in most of these rural communities. And it's as bad as laboratory tests being taken to Abakaliki for analysis. What is this administration doing to address this challenge?
Okay. Thanks to our dear governor, Right Honorable Brother Francis Ogbonyanwifu. This is one of his first things he did. When he came on board, he brought CUVs to the course of this working in these health centers. And after that, he employed a fresh graduate, a fresh and also experienced doctors, pharmacists, and we are posted to these health centers. And I say to you, they are also provision making now to build facilities like quarters where these doctors will be residents, it's local areas.
All right.
He didn't anything. And then we have fulfilled greater apparatus which will enable and enhance efficient management of these health centers. And I have no doubt that the process and implementation will be something else. will be here also to
All
give an
right.
account of it.
All right, Commissioner, we wish you all the very best. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I've been speaking with Engineer Stanley Mbam as a Commissioner for Works, Ebonyi State. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. That marks the end of today's episode of Politics Tonight. But you can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode at midnight. Get in touch with us on our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and X at TVC News NG and at Olajumoke using the hashtag Politics Tonight. We're also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Olajumoke Olatunji. Good night, everyone.